This is SNL Saturday Night Live actually in America. Not this new UK version, but the American version on Weekend Update has gone for her again. And this was the most savage tick yet. I mean, they actually call her a tick. Watch this.
Yeah.
Okay. King Charles visited the U.S. to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain and to seek the release of a British hostage being held by an American
I tried so hard.
Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. Studio 8H in New York City. Just 3 nights earlier, Colin Jost sat at the Weekend Update desk looking straight into the camera and delivered a joke that quickly pushed social media into a full meltdown.
Did you like it?
I'm almost speechless.
Oh man, it's so funny, Dan. It's so funny.
And that moment landed hard. A photo of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle appeared behind him, and the crowd completely lost control. No one looked confused or uncomfortable.
children don't know who their daddy
Meghan Markle is once again getting trolled. Oh, poor Meghan, the most trolled person in the entire world.
People were laughing so loudly it felt like the entire room was shaking. Even Jost seemed like he almost broke for a second before pulling himself together and continuing on. But online, that clip took off fast. In less than 2 days, that short moment spread across entertainment blogs, celebrity pages, royal discussion accounts, and global media platforms. Suddenly, everyone was focused on the same question. Why did one of America's biggest comedy shows feel so comfortable taking a shot at Harry and Meghan in front of millions of viewers?
The hatred for Meghan is all over the place. She has burned way too many bridges, so it doesn't surprise me at all. And hence why we're getting jokes like this, because she's become the joke. Meghan Markle is completely a joke at this point.
And here's what makes it even more surprising. This was not random. Weekend Update jokes do not just appear out of nowhere. Every single line goes through writers, producers, and legal review before it reaches the camera. That means several people looked at the joke, approved it, and believed the audience would respond exactly the way they did. And honestly, they were right.
What's up? It's your boy Prince Harry, aka the Ginger of Windsor, aka Redhead Redemption 2.
The crowd reaction made that clear. The internet reaction made it even clearer. What once felt untouchable around Harry and Meghan suddenly started to feel very different. The tone had clearly shifted, and people noticed it right away. Now this is where the bigger story starts to unfold. If you go back exactly 1 year earlier, May 10th, 2025, you see almost the same pattern happening again. Same show, same desk, same Colin Jost.
Listen, I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament. She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy for all of my celebrities.
Yeah, everyone wants to see it.
Another royal joke that sent the audience into loud laughter. This time, it started with headlines about trade talks between the United States and the United Kingdom. It sounded like standard political material at first, nothing unusual. But then the focus shifted toward Harry and Meghan, and the second their photo appeared on screen, the audience reacted loudly again. Jost briefly lost composure for a moment, trying not to laugh at the reaction before continuing with the segment. At the same time, clips were already spreading quickly online before the weekend even ended. And that is when people began connecting the dots. Because the joke was not really about politics anymore. It was about public perception.
Saturday Night Live once again slams Meghan Markle as she is spiraling after burning all of the bridges.
The punchline presented Harry and Meghan as two people caught in an awkward spotlight, where every public move, interview, or business decision instantly turns into comedy material. That is a major shift when you really think about it. Not long ago, they were treated like top-level celebrities in America. Major interviews, red carpets, streaming deals, magazine covers, and high-profile events all felt carefully managed and protected. But now, late-night comedy sounds less cautious and much more direct.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
And audiences kept eating it up. At the same time, Prince Harry was out there talking about wanting peace with his family, while Meghan was focusing on new media projects and business launches. But instead of treating those moments seriously, comedy shows kept flipping them into punchlines. That contrast is what really grabbed attention online. One side was clearly trying to present a polished comeback story. The other side, especially in entertainment media, looked more interested in treating the whole situation like an ongoing Hollywood-style drama that people could not stop watching. After years of repeated jokes, viral clips, awkward interviews, and nonstop commentary, a lot of viewers started asking the same question.
You know, I mean, she used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Was this just harmless comedy? Or was America's entertainment world quietly signaling that the public image around Harry and Meghan had changed more than anyone wanted to admit? Online supporters did try to push back after the clip went viral, but something felt very different this time. The outrage never fully landed. The joke kept spreading anyway. Entertainment pages reposted it again and again. Celebrity commentators reacted to it, and royal discussion accounts kept replaying the moment across social media all weekend. And that is what really stood out.
The irony of her calling Lauren Sanchez trashy, but now quietly realizing, oh crap, I should have befriended her more, is so hilarious to me. Because Lauren Sanchez, same type of thing, but she bagged someone richer and actually who has power, unlike Harry. Meghan must be so damn jealous of that.
In earlier years, even mild jokes about Harry and Meghan could spark massive online arguments that lasted for days. But by 2025, the reaction felt much calmer. The internet had shifted. The energy around the couple was different, and people could sense it right away. Even more surprising, the 2025 joke seemed to open the door for the even bigger 2026 moment that followed. Same show, same writer's room, same type of audience. But this time, the laughs sounded louder, and the reaction online moved even faster. Now here is where things start to get more interesting. These comedy shots did not just appear overnight.
All right, oh, look who it is. It's one of my ex-girlfriends. Excellent, Miss Tinsley Granger-Gash.
Yeah.
Hi, Tins. You want to say something to my future child?
Oh, hello, little baby. Hello, little tiny baby.
All right, little close,
little
Tins,
baby.
right?
Your dad broke up with me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
SNL had been making jokes about Harry and Meghan years before everything turned into nonstop headlines. Go back to April 13th, 2019. The show aired a fake royal home video sketch called Royal Baby Video. Emma Stone hosted that episode, while cast members played exaggerated versions of the royal family for comedic effect. And the audience responded strongly. One line in particular got a big reaction because it hinted at tension inside the royal circle long before interviews, documentaries, memoirs, or public statements started taking over headlines later on.
Here we go. Come on, your grandpa. Prince Charles, right? Say hello, Dad.
Hello.
Right, do you want to say anything to your future grandchild?
Yes. Hello.
That is what makes it stand out when you look back now. At the time, most viewers saw it as bold comedy. But years later, online royal commentators started revisiting the sketch because some of the jokes suddenly felt almost predictive. And no one involved tried to walk those jokes back afterward either. No public corrections, no major apologies, no panic from the network. The sketches stayed online. Clips kept moving across platforms, and certain punchlines slowly turned into internet memes that royal watchers still repeat today. One dry, straight-faced line in particular took on a life of its own.
All right, we're gonna donate. Someone's trapped under the gift something. Oh my God, Grandma! Grandma, you're on the floor! What's going on?
What happened? Am I king?
No! Dad, she's fine!
Oh! Well, good.
People kept reposting it every time another controversy or awkward public moment showed up in the news cycle. What started as a quick comedy bit somehow stuck around for years and refused to fade. That says a lot about how powerful late-night comedy becomes once the internet locks onto a moment. Now, before going deeper into Harry and Meghan coverage, another royal figure also became a major comedy target on American television around the same time. By early 2022, Prince Andrew was already dealing with heavy public criticism and constant negative press coverage. SNL leaned straight into that image during Weekend Update, delivering several sharp jokes about the situation.
We know what that means.
That's LA. She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, if she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this season. She would be Megan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She's just got lucky.
The crowd reaction came instantly. Jost delivered the lines with a completely straight face, while the audience broke into loud laughter. The tone was not careful at all. It felt cold, direct, and clearly designed to hit hard. And as time went on, the jokes only pushed further. By late 2025, new royal headlines pulled Andrew back into public conversation, and SNL addressed it again during another Weekend Update segment. This time, Michael Che handled the joke, and the reaction inside the studio was strong enough that entertainment outlets started covering the clip the very next morning. Some outlets even described the segment as one of the harshest royal punchlines the show had aired in years. To be fair, context matters here.
Careful, Gran, please. You want to say hello to your future grandchild?
Oh, hello. Welcome to the family. I already love you with all my heart.
Oh, Gran.
Even though you're half American, which means you're half traitor.
All right, thank you, Gran.
Public allegations and investigations are serious topics, and accusations alone do not equal guilt. But what stood out was not just the joke itself. It was the fact that NBC's comedy writers clearly felt confident enough to deliver those lines in front of a national audience. That level of confidence says something important. By that point, certain royal figures had fully shifted from protected public personalities into recurring comedy material for American television. And once that kind of shift happens, it becomes very difficult to undo, because in entertainment, once audiences start expecting the punchline, the writers usually keep delivering it.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former prince and current river corpse, now may be banned from ever taking the throne. In fact, the royal family said the only way he can become king is if it comes down to either him or Meghan.
Then came the moment that really pulled everything together. May 2nd, 2026. Same weekend update segment, same audience, same energy inside the studio. Colin Jost had already delivered jokes involving Harry and Meghan, and the crowd was fully engaged by that stage. Then came the closing punchline. A photo of Prince Andrew appeared on screen as another sharp royal joke landed, and the audience reaction shifted quickly from brief shock to loud laughter filling the studio. Within hours, entertainment outlets and celebrity blogs were already covering the segment online and pushing the clip across platforms. And honestly, that reaction revealed a much bigger story than the joke itself. By this point, SNL was no longer treating royal headlines like rare or special moments.
I'm black and I'm British. Basically, I'm what the royal family was worried the baby would look like.
The royal family had clearly turned into regular material for mainstream American comedy. Different names, different controversies, different headlines, but the same pattern kept showing up again and again. That is the detail people really started noticing. The show framed each royal figure in a very specific way. Harry and Meghan became symbols of constant public drama and heavy media attention. Andrew turned into a shorthand reference for controversy and uncomfortable headlines. And King Charles was often portrayed as the tired figure stuck trying to manage everything around him. Whether people agreed with those portrayals or not, the audience reaction stayed strong and consistent.
It was reported that the organizers of King Charles's coronation have officially invited Meghan Markle, and this is nice, at a starting salary of $19 an hour.
Now this leads directly into one of the most talked about SNL royal moments from late 2023, December 16th, 2023. The Wales family holiday card gets released online, and almost immediately people begin questioning details in the image. Social media fills up with theories, editing claims, and constant debates over whether the photo had been altered. The story grew so quickly that major media outlets around the world started covering it nonstop. SNL reacted almost instantly. During Weekend Update, Jost paused briefly before delivering another quick royal punchline, and the studio responded right away. Then the show revealed a parody version of the holiday card on screen, pushing the joke further. The visual gag spread online fast because people kept reposting it across multiple platforms.
If you want us to sum up our thoughts, take out the pods and hear me, all right? Because we have a way of talking back in the ends. Hey, 30 milli pounds. Yeah. Prince Eric, stayed over at Tyler Perry's, press cold like Bren and Jerry's. I'm allergic to dairy.
Harry and Meghan, Ronald Reagan, interracial dating, Queen said not today, Satan.
And this is exactly why that moment stood out. It was not just a simple joke about one photo. The writers took several ongoing royal discussions, blended them into one fast comedy bit, and turned weeks of online speculation into a national television punchline in under 15 seconds. That is what SNL does when it senses a shift in public narrative. Over time, the pattern became hard to ignore. Back in 2018, Harry and Meghan were mostly presented as exciting new figures. American media coverage around them felt polished, modern, and largely positive. Meghan in particular was often framed as the outsider bringing fresh energy into the royal structure. But by 2019, the tone in comedy started to sharpen. By the early 2020s, jokes about family tension, public interviews, and media attention became regular material across late-night television.
And here she is, your aunt, Kate Middleton. All right, the papers keep saying she's feuding with your mum, but that's not true.
No,
right? No.
we're not feuding. Why? Why would we? Because I follow all the strict rules and she doesn't, and people love her for it? Oh, I love that. Excuse me.
Then by 2023 and 2025, the humor turned even more direct, with punchlines focusing less on fairy tale style celebrity and more on controversy, branding, and constant public exposure. And audiences kept reacting more strongly with each passing year. That is the part that really stands out when you look back at the full timeline. This no longer feels like one random comedy segment. It feels more like a long, steady shift in public perception playing out in real time through entertainment media. Each year, the jokes became sharper, the reactions grew louder, and the online discussion became harder to ignore. At the same time, Harry and Meghan kept moving forward with interviews, business launches, documentaries, media appearances, and lifestyle branding. But late-night television kept circling back to the same idea again and again: public fatigue with constant royal drama. That contrast turned into perfect material for comedy writers. And whether people support Harry and Meghan or criticize them, one thing stands out clearly. SNL picked up early that royal headlines were shifting away from tradition and moving towards celebrity culture, online debates, and image management. That is why the jokes evolved the way they did. Now here is where things take an unexpected turn. A lot of people think this started recently, but it actually traces all the way back to the royal wedding itself. May 19th, 2018.
Elon built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Harry and Meghan got married at Windsor Castle in front of a massive global audience. The ceremony felt emotional, polished, and was watched by millions across the world. Then later that same night, Weekend Update aired on NBC. And almost immediately, SNL began turning that royal fairy tale into comedy material for American viewers. The reaction inside the studio came instantly. On the night of the wedding in 2018, SNL moved quickly to turn the global event into comedy content. While millions were still focused on the fairy tale atmosphere, Weekend Update delivered sharp jokes aimed directly at the royal couple, and the audience responded loudly. What made that moment stand out was how fast the tone shifted from celebration to satire. Even during the peak of the wedding excitement, SNL writers were already framing Harry and Meghan less like untouchable royals and more like public figures open to jokes. That decision set the tone for everything that followed. Now move ahead to April 10th, 2021. Just weeks after the Oprah interview dominated headlines around the world, actor Daniel Kaluuya hosted SNL and delivered a monologue that quickly caught attention online. The audience immediately understood the reference the moment he said it. That clip spread across social media within hours, appearing in reaction videos, entertainment articles, and commentary channels almost right away. What began as one of the most emotional royal interviews in years had now also become part of late-night comedy material.
A Christmas photo released by the royal family features a bad Photoshop job where Prince Louis's finger appears to be missing. And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
And that shift carried real weight. Because once major cultural moments turn into recurring punchlines on shows like SNL, they stop feeling distant or formal. They become part of internet culture. Memes, running jokes, viral clips that people keep reposting again and again. Then came early 2023, right after Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, hit headlines everywhere. SNL answered with a parody music segment built around exaggerated royal drama, celebrity headlines, and nonstop media attention. The sketch leaned hard into the chaos surrounding interviews, press coverage, and public reactions at the time, and the audience reacted instantly. One line from that sketch blew up online and quickly turned into one of those phrases royal commentators kept repeating whenever another viral moment popped up involving Harry or Meghan. That is how strong these sketches became. A single joke could move beyond the show and stay alive online for months, sometimes even years. Every new headline started linking back to older SNL clips, creating a loop between celebrity news and internet comedy culture that kept feeding itself. If you look closely at the timeline, you can see the progression step by step.
Today, Suits actress Meghan Markle married some unemployed dude who still lives with his grandma.
2018, lighter wedding jokes. 2021, direct references to major interviews and public claims. 2023, full parody sketches centered entirely on royal media drama. 2025 and 2026, more direct punchlines about public image and growing audience fatigue. This shift did not happen overnight. The tone changed gradually, and audiences shifted along with it. That is likely why the reactions now feel stronger. Viewers were slowly conditioned to see royal headlines less as historic moments and more as celebrity entertainment content, and social media pushed that transformation even faster. Every clip got shared. Every joke turned into a meme. Every awkward headline became instant material for TikTok, YouTube, and entertainment blogs chasing reactions and debate. Now this is where it takes another turn. By 2026, the comedy wave was no longer limited to America. A UK version of SNL officially launched, bringing British comedians and writers into the same style of royal satire. Right away, the new version leaned heavily into British headlines, royal controversies, and political humor. The opening episodes quickly got people talking. British comedians approached the material in a different way too. The humor came off drier, sharper, and filled with local references that many American viewers might not fully catch. But the overall message stayed consistent. Royal controversies had clearly become mainstream comedy territory. Prince Andrew turned into one of the most frequent targets, while Harry and Meghan kept showing up in jokes tied to media coverage, celebrity branding, and shifting public perception.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
And audiences on both sides of the Atlantic kept watching closely. That is the full circle moment in this entire story. 8 years earlier, Harry and Meghan were presented as a modern royal fairy tale. Massive public support, huge media attention, and constant glamorous headlines surrounded them. The couple seemed almost untouchable when it came to popularity and global interest. But over time, entertainment culture started to shift. The headlines became more intense. The interviews became more personal. The documentaries, books, public appearances, and social media debates kept building without slowing down. And comedy writers were paying attention to all of it. That is why the jokes kept changing year after year. Now, whether someone supports Harry and Meghan or strongly disagrees with them, one thing stands out clearly. Late-night television now treats them as major comedy material in a way that barely existed back in 2018. And once a public figure becomes a regular part of the comedy cycle, every new headline carries the chance of turning into another viral punchline. That is where things stand right now, because in today's internet-driven world, public image moves fast. One moment someone is at the center of a global fairy tale, and a few years later they are trending because of late-night sketches, reaction clips, and viral memes spreading across multiple countries at the same time. Got something to say about this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation. If this breakdown changed how you see things, subscribe to Crown Clash so you do not miss what comes next. Tap like and share this with someone who should hear it.